Now the third part is research design. Research design, you have to write what are the objectives of your topic, what actually you want to put in your proposal, project, report. That means if you are studying flora and fauna of a particular state, what exactly you will consider in your research, that what topics you will cover, like which district you are covering, are you covering ecological balance of that particular area, are you covering the impacts. So you have to assess, you have to find out, you have to determine what are your objectives, what it will include, which should be related to your topic. That in this particular study, I will take these 4 objectives. That this is the flora of this particular district, this is the fauna. You will put the pictures also in the report, not in the synopsis. Then you have to set 4 to 5 objectives which will be covered in this design, research design, right? So you have to set your objectives and you have to select that you are taking the primary data, you are taking the secondary data, and what are the limitations of your study. In the same, you have to write down what is the sample size. That means how many people, you have to make a questionnaire and you have to ask those questions to the respondents. Respondents means to whom you have asked. That is, this is called primary data collection through a questionnaire, that you are going to ask these questions which are related with your objectives. You have to make questionnaire of 20 to 30 questions or 40 questions and you are going to ask these questions to your respondents, right? So this is the way that you are going to decide your sampling, that I have taken 100 respondents or 50 respondents. You can see what are the sources of secondary data and what are the sources of primary data. While you are making your review of literature, if you have used your secondary data sources, then these are the options which you can see. And then primary data, you have to make your own questionnaire. Next, 4th point is data analysis. In data analysis, we have to write down that which instruments we will use to find out the result of our study. We will find out through percentage, through various graphs, through mean, through skewness, through measure of relationship, correlationship. We can find out that what results we have got from the data collected. This is interpretation of data. That means through the diagrammatic presentation of data, graphical composition of and organization of information, and then procedure of writing the bibliography. Now, after making all these pages, you have to write the references which you have used in your review of literature, right? There are various books which you can take from the library or you can consult on research methodology. One you can see is Shashi K. Gupta and Dr. Praneet Rangi, right? And another book published from the Pearson. This is by Mr. Dr. Ranjit Kumar. This is again on research methodology. So you can take a lots of help from these books which are on research methodology, that how to go step by step in your project. You have to follow all these steps for your project synopsis and project report. The difference between the synopsis and project report is that in project report, you have to write down chapters after introduction of your topic. In introduction, in the synopsis, you will write only 3 to 4 pages on the introduction of the topic. But in project report, you will write detailed chapters which will be related with your objectives of the study, students. And then this will be like of 30 pages. And then you will elaborate about the findings of the study. There will be a new chapter in project report on data analysis and interpretation. We have made one group of BTA students, so you can be added in the same group through your regional center or the college where you have to go for your Sunday class. Thank you very much, students. I hope you will go through with your project guide, and these two videos will help you a lot. Thank you very much.